Waterfall date with the Mauritian. Before I get into that, I went down the street to one of my favorite restaurants and I got this. These are all different types of sauces that I never tried before. And I didn't know how I should eat this, so I just rolled it up into a burrito. But regardless of the presentation, it was all good. Now back to this waterfall date. I'm known for planning unforgettable dates when it comes to organizing memorable dates. But recently, here in Mauritius, I had the pleasure of experiencing an unforgettable waterfall date. She really showcased her talent for crafting this experience because it was a surprise but an adventure, and at the same time with a romantic allure about being in nature and at this spot tucked away in the heart of the city. Here we are. Check out the landscape. We got a driver to take us here for half the day. Once we got out the car, I was expecting to immediately see the waterfall but didn't. And this is where the adventure came in. The look of the area reminded me of one of my favorite horror movies. It's probably within the top 10 cult classic horror movies of all time in the US, and that movie's called Children of the Corn.
Every child is afraid of the dark, the unknown, the nightmare. In Gatlin, Nebraska, that nightmare is in the corn. Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
Every detail about this area is the perfect location for a movie set. And this is just only one of the many waterfalls here in Mauritius. Also, from navigating here, this is only the starting point. We're not even close to the actual waterfall as of yet. So you have to be physically fit if you come into this waterfall because there's all types of hidden curves and slopes, declines, inclines. So you're going to be basically working out. This is like a workout. At this point, this was fun. This was just the start of the adventure. My first time actually seeing a waterfall. My first time actually in this remote area. However, I was still wondering where exactly is the waterfall because we have been walking for some time and I didn't hear any echoes of water. I didn't see any water. I didn't hear any sounds except for insects. And it only seemed like it was just us three, my friend and the driver slash tour guide, and of course myself. But the resolution of my curiosity finally comes to an end as we actually begin to hear echoes of the water crashing against rocks, and we actually make a right turn versus us continuing walking a straight path. You sure? This is one of the many ways to see this waterfall. The walk to get here takes some time, but you cannot just drive up into this part of the area to see the waterfall. So what most people do is park and walk like we did. As you park, if you see other cars there, that just lets you know that you're not alone. I wonder, do people come here at nighttime? Because if you come here at nighttime and just say, for example, you're a little bit tipsy or if you plan to drink, you could easily hurt yourself because as you see, it's lots of dips, turns, declines, inclines, like I mentioned, slippery rocks, branches that might be in your way that you might think you can kick, but they're so sturdy, tucked in the ground. If you tried to kick it, you would probably end up falling. So it's lots of bad things that could happen if you plan coming at night. And Again, I didn't see any signs that says, from this time to this time. So I'm pretty sure people do come here at night. Swim. You can swim here. The water is not deep, and as you see, the water here is very crystal clear, non polluted, and this is one of the many reasons why Mauritius is named the paradise of Africa, because there's many beautiful natural wonders in one tiny island. Remember how we got here? Well, now comes more fun of returning back. Again, this is an exercise. How good is your breath control and how good is your stamina? Because you will need both. Look at all these rocks, different types of plants. Some of these rocks have moss and also water. So if you step on it the wrong way, it's a high possibility that you might fall or slip. So you have to be very careful. Honestly, I could do this again. Again, as in right now. When it comes to anything physical, I don't tire out as easily as others, and it's all fun with me. It's almost like a challenge. Fun as in the health and fitness aspect. But as we leave this waterfall, we're already planning out the next adventure. So this waterfall date had led us to other planned adventurous natural wonders that you will see here in the country of Mauritius. Arriving here in Mauritius with no preconceived notions, but things I read, the main thing as this being the paradise of Africa, I can now see why by my experiences here. And all this contribute to my newfound appreciation for Mauritius. So now on my bucket list or countries that I have traveled to in Africa, this is my fifth African country. So far it's been South Africa, Cape Verde, Ethiopia, Morocco, and now Mauritius. And this is probably the only continent, Africa, being the one that I've traveled to the most countries in one continent. A few things of many things that I've learned while traveling is you got to be open-minded and you have to immerse yourself in the country and culture. Being don't bring your culture to another country, but try to immerse yourself into the new culture of the country that you're visiting. And from this, you will discover more. And from that, you will make more authentic connections. Overall, this waterfall date was adventurous and it was fun. It didn't just stop here of just us seeing this waterfall. We did go out later and get something to eat. So that was fun as well. If I had to rate this date, or if there was a rating from 1 to 10, I would give this experience a 10 plus because it was unexpected and it was well planned out. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Do people come here at night?
Yeah.
And there's no police?